According to a release from UNICEF earlier today, June 30, 2017, the country of Somalia is currently on the verge of declaring famine, something the neighboring country of South Sudan was already forced to do earlier this year. At the time, in February of 2017, this was significant news because South Sudan's declaration of famine was the first time famine had been officially declared in any country around the world in the last 6 years. Unfortunately though, it looks like we are about to have our second such declaration in the last 4 months. While the two countries are geographically separated by Kenya and Ethiopia, the problems facing both countries are essentially one in the same, just involving different actors. This includes food shortages, water shortages, recent outbreaks of disease, a historically unstable centralized government, decades of armed conflicts and years more of outright war. As reported inside a briefing note provided by UNICEF today, despite the arrival of rain, famine continues to loom large over Somalia. The report goes on to explain that more than half of the country's population, 6.7 million, are in need of humanitarian assistance, including 4 million children. Moreover, ever since the beginning of this year, UNICEF's emergency response has resulted in 95,000 children being treated for life-threatening severe acute malnutrition, 620,000 women and children receiving emergency health services, and 1.5 million people having temporary access to safe drinking water. UNICEF's release today was not just to raise international awareness about the humanitarian crisis currently facing Somalia, but the organization is also calling on the collective world to do more to help put an end to it. UNICEF took the opportunity to call on governments, investors and philanthropists all around the world to commit to a more sustained and intensified effort in the country, pointing out that lives quite literally do hang in the balance. Humanitarian aid organizations are currently asking for an additional $147.9 million in funding by the end of the year to make this happen. Other statistics from inside Somalia: 739,000 people have been internally displaced since November 2016. 1.4 million children will be medically classified as malnourished by the end of 2017, 275,000 classified as severely malnourished. 80,000 children have either dropped out of or do not have access to schooling. There has been at least 53,000 new cases of cholera to date. There have been over 10,000 new cases of measles, over half of which are currently breaking out in children under 5 years of age, and over 6,000 children have recently been orphaned by war.